received since Friday. Many city roads and low-lying areas remain waterlogged for hours as the rainfall continued on Saturday. While motorists had a tough time flying through the city roads, many of the residents faced difficulty as the storm water entered the ground floor in many houses. Our reporter from Kochi, Mr. Sinaf, is here. Hello Sinaf, can you please explain the loss and the causes due to this heavy rainfall?
Hello, friend, can you catch me?
Yes.
Okay. Here in Kochi, the situation seems too bad because too many parts on MG Road, Kotakori, Mamangalam Road, Jets Avenue, Chamanapullepadi Road, KSRTC bus stand, Vanamballi Nagar, Changamura Park Stadium residents blame a poor drainage system for the water logging. So the water received in many places by evening. Some places continued witnessing water logging due to isolated rain in the evening. If the rain continues, the water logging will become worse. And the special point, according to the IMD figures released on Saturday, most parts of the Ernakulam will read more than 5 cm rainfall within 24 hours. The rainfall figures are Alwa 5.44, Nagi Airport 8.28 cm, Ernakulam South 8.1 cm, Sial 4.56 cm, Perum 5.82 cm, and Peripavur 6.7 cm. If it continues as it stands, the threats of diseases are going to be ahead. The special point is, although it is not showed any concern till yet. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, sports news. Babar Azam and Hafiz light up Dubai night. Pakistan wins second 2020 World Cup. Pakistan lifted their second 2020 World Cup trophy with a commanding 7-wicket win over New Zealand in the title clash, which was rendered one-sided by Babar Azam with his blistering 77-run knock. Now Pakistan lifts their 6th ICC title. Pakistan won the toss and went to lift their second 2020 World Cup trophy as they chased down New Zealand's total 172 per 4 wickets, the highest in a 2020 World Cup final by 8 wickets under the rings of fire at Dubai International Stadium. Now Pakistan became the team with most 2020 titles, sharing the record with Caribbean West Indies. Our sports journalist, Mr. Amfaruddin, is on live from Dubai. Hello Amfaruddin, how's the situation and how's the Pakistan fans reacting as they lift the World Cup 2020?
It was a great match between Pakistan and New Zealand. Babar Azam shined well today, despite the points landing in the Babar Azam favor. Kane Williamson played a blind at the nearly back the trend of win the toss, chase the target and win the game in the ICC T20 World Cup. However, the Black Caps captain's heroic were enough to lead his teams to a victory. Thanks to 92-run partnership between the Babar Azam and Babar Azam, Pakistan made a lead of a target of 171 to end its prolonged drought of T20 World Cup triumph. It was the second time this week that Pakistan chased down the 170 plus title at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. On paper, Pakistan was just a little bit better than the Black Caps, only because their batting had a lot more fire. But in a tournament where winning the toss was as good as the winning the match, the trend continued even in final. Thank you, Irfan.
Once again to the top stories. Joe Biden defends Donald Trump to win the White House and became the oldest U.S. president. Former Empire train in UP dies 4 and several in June. COVID-19 takes a spike in India, 466 deaths in one day. Heavy rain of season leaves Kochi flooded, several areas waterlogged in Kochi. Babar Azam and Hafiz light up the night. Pakistan wins second T20 World Cup. Next day, same time, same desk. Till they watch BBC News. Thank you, Anadol.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. D.
Assalamu alaikum.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Muhammad Ais. You're watching News Express on Mass TV. Before I begin, Bulletin Mass TV appeals to you viewers to stay from COVID-19 pandemic, continue to take precautions, and be safe. Now let's get to the headlines of today. Joe Biden declared the 46th US President of the Pennsylvania. India records over 11,466 COVID cases. Farmers run over by the crane in UP. 3 dead reported. Rain wreaks havoc in Kerala. Several areas are flooded. Pakistan tried through the fuel of Azam. Joe Biden declared the 46th US President of the Pennsylvania. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. has declared Donald Trump became the 46th US President and sitting in infamy with the pledge of unity and end of nation relief from the ensuing pandemic, flattening economy, and the deep political divisions. Biden victory came after the Associated Press, CNN, and NBC showed winning the Pennsylvania and gaining more than 270 electoral college votes needed to secure presidency. Trump sought and undermined the outcome, usually accusing Democrats of trying to steal the election and claiming victory before the race was called. Mr. Mohammed, what is your opinion on Kamala Hassan of Vice President of US?
Biden's running mate, California Second Senator Kamala Harris, 50 years old, becomes the first Black Indian American woman to serve as vice president, against a coming generational shift in the party.
National news. India records 11,046 COVID cases. 11,000 COVID cases recorded, 466 dead. Health Ministry stressed that more than 70% of death occurred due to the comorbidities. For brief information, our journalist in the area, Mr. Shafi, how are you doing?
India reported a single rise of 11,000 COVID cases on Monday, taking the country's tally of infection to 3 lakh, while the count of active cases has declined to 1 lakh, the lowest in 100 days. The death toll due to the disease has climbed to 4 lakhs, with 466 more fatalities being recorded. The daily rise of new coronavirus infections has been below 2,000 for 33 straight days. Less than 5,000 daily new cases has been reported from 136 consecutive days now. Thanks.
Farmers sent or by the in UP, 3 dead was reported. 3 women crushed to death of the speed crane ran over them in Haryana. Incident took place at 6:30 a.m. on the flyover of Darja. For more information, let's connect Parvaz.
Is I'm audible? Yeah. Humans were crushed. The death while 4 others were injured after a speeding train ran over them near Tigray protest site on Jaga Road in Haryana. On Thursday morning, while 2 were on spot, on her injuries were being taken to the hospital. 3 more women along with a male farmer were injured. The incident took place at 6:30 a.m. under the flyover on War Road. When the victims were sitting on the divider and waiting for a taxi. The victims were residents of Maslac and were planning to go to the railway station from the protest site. The truck driver fled the spot after the accident. Thank you.
Right breaks havoc in Kerala, several areas flood. Districts of Kerala, Kottayam and Nagaland deadly flooded. Many places are in dangerous. Death rate will be increased. Let's discuss this matter in
journalist in our area, Mr. Adil, what is happening there?
Yeah, at least 26 from having influence in southern India after heavy rains caused rivers to overflow, cutting off towns and villages. 5 children are among the dead. There are fears and death toll could reach further as many people are missing. Several houses were washed away and people became trapped in the districts of Ernakulam and Kerala State. Video from the area showed bus passengers being rescued after their vehicle was inundated. Kottayam and Ernakulam are two of the worst affected districts in the state, where days of heavy rainfall have caused deadly landslides. Swollen rivers have also washed away bridges connecting many small villages.
What is the opinion about dam opening into this flood?
On Monday, a number of dams across Kerala state were opened to reduce the risk of dangerous overflows. The government had earlier said the discussion on which dams to open would be made by an expert committee. Okay, thanks.
Let's move to sports desk.
Welcome to Sports Desk. Pakistan fired through the fuel of Azam. Babar Azam fired another shot at his critics and Rizwan scored a quick-fire half-century as Pakistan closed into his T20 World Cup trip, beating New Zealand by 8 wickets. Babar Azam and Rizwan came together for 92 runs second wicket partnership to take that side close to glory in Dubai on Sunday. Babar Azam was dismissed by the returning Trent Bolt, but Rizwan combined with Asif to take Pakistan past the finish line. New Zealand captain Kane Williamson scored 48 ball 85 to take his side to 172, which ended up not being enough for Pakistan's power-packed batting lineup that made it 6 of 6 while chasing in this year's tournament. Thank you.
Let's rewind the headlines of the day. Joe Biden declared the 46th US president after Pennsylvania win. India records 11,466 COVID cases. Farmers are called by the train in UP. 3 deaths was reported. Marine breaks havoc in Kerala. Several areas got flooded. Pakistan fired to the fuel of Azam. It's all about me and my team. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Coordinator C.
வந்து ഇതിലെ കട്ടാക്കി வெளியே போகணுண்டா கட்டாயிட்டு வெளியே போகணுண்டா கட்டாயிட்டு
Good afternoon. You are watching Globe Today on Republic TV. I am Ajuba Ibrahim. Before we begin, the bulletin, Republic TV appeals its viewers to stay safe from the pandemic.
do continue to take precautions by wearing masks and getting sanitized and getting vaccinated. Now, let's get you the headlines of the day. Joe Biden swans in as 46th president. Kochi water logging woes continue. Farmers run over by crane in UP died. India hits new record, high over 11,000 COVID-19 cases, with the death rise for 466. Pakistan wins the World Cup T20 with a magnificent triumph. Using details. Joe Biden sworn in as the 46th president. Joe Biden will take oath as the 46th president today amid the tight security. Here, a reporter Ashfaq is on its details.
Joe Biden is said to swear in as the 46th President of the United States on Wednesday. With the message of unity and the enormous task of healing a bitterly divided country, Democrats are putting their hope on him. Before boarding a private plane to the capital of the United States for his ascension, Mr. Biden said, "I'm honored to be your next president and commander-in-chief. I will always be a proud son of the state of Delaware." The people is showing mixed reaction to the victory of Mr. Biden and his decision of appointing Indian origin Kamala Harris as the vice president is widely discussed. Trump supporters are seeing this action as a threat and foreign invasion of power, whereas the pro-Biden supporters are celebrating it as long-awaited victory of unity and discrimination. White House is now under strict and tight security protocol in anticipation of possible violence from anti-Biden protesters.
Thank you, Ashfaq. Thank you for your report. Incessant rainfall leaves at Nagara, Kochi colonies waterlogged. The IMD has issued a code orange alert for 9 out of the 14 districts on Tuesday and Wednesday, including Ernakulam, Idukki, Thrissur, Palakkad, Malappuram, Kozhikode, Wayanad, Kannur, and Kasaragod. Reporter Abu Bakar Malik is joining us. Abu Bakar, do you hear us?
At least 3 people, including 2 children, died in rain-related accidents in Kerala Tuesday, as several districts experienced heavy flooding and waterlogging under the impact of a cyclonic circulation over the East Central Arabian Sea. Deenar Fatima, 7 years old, and Lubana Fatima, 6 months old, died after a portion of their house collapsed due to heavy rain in Palikal Panchayat near Karipur in Malappuram district around 5 a.m. Tuesday. The parents and other members of the family were unhurt. In Kollam district in southern Kerala, Govindraj, an estate labor in Nagamala near Tenmala, drowned in a stream whose waters rose rapidly due to the heavy showers. The code orange alert has been issued for 5 districts on Thursday. Chandram, Kollam, Pathanamthitta, Alappuzha, and Kottayam will experience only moderate rainfall.
Thank you, Abu Bakar. Thank you for your cooperation. Farmer run over by crane in UP dies. A farmer died after he was run over by a crane in Mathura on Tuesday. Our field reporter Zaid is on the scene. Zaid.
Here in Bahrain, 11 was killed and 4 others seriously injured when crane fell on the inside of factory in Russia police station area on Tuesday. Sanjay, a resident of Chambaran, Bihar, died on the spot, Superintendent of Police Sujan Singh said. 3 of them seriously injured have been referred into the hospital in Lucknow, while the 4th is undergoing treatment in local hospital. The incident took place at around 3:30 a.m. in factory situated on Assam Road. Police is taking legal action on the incident.
Thanks for the cooperation. India records 11,466 coronavirus cases and total deaths arise to 466 deaths. The death toll due to coronavirus rose to 466, while the number of the cases in the country climbed to 11,466 on Wednesday. According to the Union Health Ministry, while the number of active COVID-19 cases stood 9,756, as many as 1,305 people have been cured and discharged, and one had migrated, it said. The total number of the cases included 76 foreign nationals. As many as 24 deaths have been reported since Tuesday, without 18 were reported from Maharashtra, 2 were from Delhi and Gujarat, and 1 each from Karnataka and Jammu and Kashmir. Of the total 466 deaths, Maharashtra tops 178 dead, followed by Madhya Pradesh at 72, Delhi at 60, Punjab and Tamil Nadu have reported 55 dead, Gujarat at 48 and Telangana at 32. Karnataka has reported 10 fatalities, while Andhra Pradesh has reported 6 dead and West Bengal has reported 5 dead. Pakistan wins it. Pakistan to continue their unbeaten streak in the T20 World Cup. Pakistan wins against England with 10 wickets. The target was to save 152 by great runs of Ben Stokes and Josh Butler. Here, a reporter, sports reporter, Junaid is with us now. Junaid, do you hear me?
Yeah. This is not the result of the English fans hoping for England's final loss of Pakistan in World Cup final. Not just in the 2020 format, but across all formats, that is England 50 over as well as 2020 World Cup. And it's worth being correct to say that it was an absolutely one-sided encounter because Pakistan put on 150 to begin with that very easily chased by Pakistan.
Joe Biden sworn as the 46th president, but the waterlogging was continued. Farmer ran over by train in UP dies. India hits new record, high of 11,000 COVID-19 cases with a death rise of 466. Pakistan wins World Cup T20 with a magnificent triumph. This is Ajuba Ibrahim signing off. Stay safe. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Selanjutnya, song composition and recitation of the Maslac control room by Mdia. Selanjutnya, song composition, recitation of the Maslac control room by Mdia. Senior വിഭാഗത്തിന്റെ song composition and recitation of the Maslac control room by Mdia. Australia ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക സീനിയർ വിഭാഗത്തിന്റെ സോങ് കമ്പോസിഷൻ ആൻഡ് റെസിറ്റേഷൻ മത്സരാർത്ഥികൾ കൺട്രോൾ റൂമുമായി എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് ബന്ധപ്പെടേണ്ടതാണ്.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Welcome to News Today. We'll get development users and I am Abdul Waris. Headlines. Joe Biden elected as 46th President of the United States. Former runner by a train in UP died. India reports 11,466 COVID-19 cases and 466 deaths. Kerala rain, 7 area waterlogged in Kochi. Pakistan won T20 World Cricket. News in details. Joe Biden has elected as the 46th President of the United States. Democratic presidential candidate Joseph Robinette Biden was elected the 46th President of the United States, beating incumbent U.S. President Donald Trump by securing more than required 270 of 538 electoral college votes in order to win the White House. Biden's running mate Kamala Devi Harris, a U.S. Senator from California, will become the first woman and first Indian African American woman Vice President of the country. Biden will take the throne from Donald Trump, a country battered by the coronavirus pandemic, facing high levels of unemployment and strained race relations. After the victory, Joe Biden thanked the citizens for electing him as the President of the United States through Twitter and make sure and promise them to keep the faith they have kept on him. National News. Former run-over by a train in UP dies. One farmer killed and 8 severely injured in Somnath village of Uttar Pradesh, Rakipur district on Sunday. after they were run over by a train, which is allegedly reported that belonged to Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Ajay Mishra's son. The farmers who had gathered their protest against three conventions of three formal laws have directly accused that the train belongs to the son of Minister and he was there on the spot in the village. The incident took place when farmers had gathered in 15 years to register their protest by showing black flags for the UP Deputy Chief Minister Keshav Prasad Gauri and Union Minister Ajay Mishra, who were visiting the village for the scheduled government programs. While one died, several have been injured for severe injuries are admitted to the hospital. Our reporter Samad is on the crime scene. Hello Samad, can you hear me?
Yes, Baris.
Yes, thank you. Can you explain the situation in the village now?
Yes, the situation is very heated. One farmer killed and 8 were severely injured. As per the natives' view, the train definitely belongs to the Union Minister and he was in the village that time.
Yes, how are the natives reacting to this such a drastic situation?
Actually, farmers were there to protest against the new farmer law and to raise black flag to Deputy CM and Union Minister. In the meantime, this drastic incident happened. Okay, Baris.
Thank you so much. We hope the best happens in the country. India reports 11,466 COVID-19 cases, more than yesterday, of 6.62%, and drastically 466 died. The daily rising number of coronavirus infections have been recorded above 10,000 for 10 straight days and less than 50,000 for 162 consecutive days. India's total tally of COVID-19 cases rose to 3 crore 46 lakhs 41,561, the highest in 552 days. According to the Union Health Ministry data, which was released last month, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 314,069,000, when the case fatality rate was recorded at 1.37%. Hopefully, we have a correspondent from the Special Health Department, formed by the government. Ajay sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you, sir. So can you explain what do you think is the reason in this exponential increase in this pandemic?
Of course, it's the virus. All these are due to the inattention of some people. We didn't give the strict regulations and restrictions. We have done our best in this. They should have maintained social distances and worn masks. No matter how strictly we try to impose preventive measures, there are always some people who defy us. The thing is, these few people are enough to make all the effort of those who follow the rule unfruitful. This is a highly contagious pandemic. We need full cooperation from everyone to ensure that the preventive measures we take are completely and absolutely followed. A small deviation will lead the contagious pandemic to spread even more. So, we need full cooperation. So, we needed interference in the public in the future. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have here this stay home, stay safe. Local news. Kerala rains southern areas waterlogged in Kochi. The incessant water flow on Saturday night was doomed many parts of Kochi. Among the most affected area was the P&T colony, Kutaya colony, and Kamatiparam. Water lodging in the region has left the residents in the lurch, especially in the P&T colony. Almost all houses are inundated. So, the residents of the P&T colony share the miserable condition that they are undergoing for several years. Hello, Sabir, so can you hear me? So he's in our line and we are asking you, how is the situation you are facing for those years?
It's so horrible. Since 60 years our lives are affected by the water logging. Today water enters into all of our houses. We have packed all of our things and kept them on one side of the log. We're sitting on the other side. During raining and water logging, this is our plane. We were informed that someone will deliver the food. Officials, including the collector, have visited the place before. They say houses will be reconstructed soon. Don't know when it will happen. so we don't know how long we have to wait.
Thank you, sir. Don't worry. The whole country have your backs off. Sports news. Pakistan won the Cricket T20 World Cup for the first time in their history in Dubai International Stadium, a historic moment for history of Pakistan. We have our correspondent Siddiq in Dubai. Hello Siddiq, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, can you describe the historical moment at the match was held in Dubai as you were in the stadium to witness the historic moment?
Of course. Pakistan won the maiden T20 World Cup title, crushing New Zealand by 8 wickets in the final at Dubai International Stadium on Sunday. Pakistan started well with Fahar Zaman hitting a couple of boundaries. However, Baba Azam's struggles at the top of the order continued as PM was sending him back for this fight. Malik came up to bat at the fourth Baba's wicket and I immediately hit the ground running, smashing the six and back-to-back fours of the first 3 balls he faced. The Pakistani all-rounder didn't look back after that and proceeded to pound the New Zealand bowling lineup into submission. Malik was the first to score his half-century whacking the six of South India's Islamic. And his wife added 92 runs of just 59 balls to put Pakistan in complete control in the chase and won their first World Cup.
Thank you, Siddiq, and congratulations to the Pakistan cricket team for their historical achievement. Headlines once again. Joe Biden elected as the 46th President of the United States of America. Farmer run over by a train in UP died. India reports 11,466 COVID-19 cases and 466 deaths. Kerala win 7 area in Kochi water loss. Pakistan wins the T20 World Cup for the first time. Till 9 p.m. Goodbye. Islamic.
ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക സീനിയർ വിഭാഗം സോങ് കമ്പോസിംഗ് ആൻഡ് റെസിറ്റേഷനിലുള്ള മത്സരാർത്ഥികൾ കൺട്രോൾ റൂമിൽ എത്തിച്ചേരേണ്ടതാണ്. സീനിയർ വിഭാഗം സോങ് കമ്പോസിംഗ് ആൻഡ് റെസിറ്റേഷനിലുള്ള മത്സരാർത്ഥികൾ കൺട്രോൾ റൂമിൽ എത്തിച്ചേരേണ്ടതാണ്.